Welcome to Unmute Your Midlife, the podcast where we take you from foggy and forgotten to focus and lit up. I'm Joyce, your nurse turned resurrection strategist and the cheerleader in your pocket, and I'm here to remind you that your next season is your power era. Let's just start with the truth. You're not lazy. You're not undisciplined. You're not unmotivated. Your body is trying to get your attention. And it feels like you keep hitting a wall emotionally, energetically, physically. But there's a good chance that your body has become the bottleneck in your life. I say that because in many cases, your symptoms start running the schedule. So let's talk about why the old rules don't work anymore. And let's talk about what does work. Midlife isn't about more hustle. It's about recalibrating your internal signals so that you can lead with alignment and not pressure. Let me explain what I mean. You used to be able to force it, to stay up late, to skip meals, to drink coffee or energy drinks and just push through. But now that you've hit midlife, you might hit an energy wall mid-morning. You might feel wired but exhausted at the same time by 9 p.m. at night or earlier. You're on all day for everybody else, but then you totally blank when it's time for you. Your brain says, go, but your body says, girl, sit down. You don't need more discipline. You need, let's call it capacity restoration. It's where you start listening to your symptoms, those symptoms that we've all been taught to ignore, and you start to adjust your capacity based on what your body says it can handle. So you've got your hormones plus your nervous system plus your energy levels. Those together are going to equal your leadership power. When I say leadership, you might just be leading your family. You might just be leading yourself. You might be leading a team of people at your job or your business. You might be leading a community if you're going to go into politics or something. This leadership is not about the level or the amount of people that you're leading, whether it's 1 or 100 or 1,000,000. Those three things work together and they determine how much power, how much effectiveness your leadership has. So in midlife, we have this trifecta that no one warned us about. Your hormones shift, like your estrogen, your progesterone, your cortisol, they all start to fluctuate, even the testosterone. Yes, women have it too. That impacts your nervous system. It makes you more reactive, it makes you less resilient, and it makes it a lot easier for you to become dysregulated. And that impacts your capacity. Your capacity is how much energy, how much clarity, how much emotional stability you can access each day. So your capacity, it's not a mindset problem. You cannot positive think your way out of it. It's a biofeedback loop. If you're not building your schedule and determining like your leadership needs from all of that biofeedback data, you're either going to burn out or freeze up. So this is what I mean by capacity-informed living. It's the difference between saying, well, I should do this, but my body is telling I can only handle this today. I can remember when I was going through height of my perimenopause, but I didn't know it. And I was managing a team and I would lock myself in the office and cry at random points in the day. Everyone wondered what was wrong with me. Everyone was convinced something was going on. No, it was just my hormones. It was the whole biofeedback thing. It was the stress of, working in a hospital where they expect each person to do 2 or 3 jobs, not having any hormone replacement for the hormones that were quickly leaving me high and dry. I had empty nest syndrome because my adult children had moved out and moved on, and one of them even got married. I was seeing changes at work that didn't seem to include me or want to include me, which felt like a slap in the face after all I had given to them. And so I was just in this constant loop on the verge of emotional dysregulation. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't sleeping enough. It was nobody's fault. Nobody was doing anything to me at that job. I just was having trouble harnessing or even drumming up my own leadership power because my hormones were out of whack, which was causing my nervous system to be out of whack, which was causing my energy to be completely depleted. And so there just wasn't enough in me to do as good a job leading my team as I had previously and as I wanted to in the moment. And I would just have to excuse myself and go close the door and have a little meltdown and then try to recollect myself. I tried all the mindset hacks. They did not help. I ended up having to do just a change of scenery. I changed to a different department where I went through even more stress, but that's another story for another day. But I did eventually get to go on hormones, and I did eventually learn how to listen to that biofeedback and adjust my plans for each day, my schedule for each day to accommodate the biofeedback I was getting from my body. So let me say this clearly. Your energy is the new measure of your leadership, not your to-do list, not how much you accomplish each day, and not how well you hold it all together. Energy is the currency of your influence, of your creation, of your connection. So let me dive into that a little bit. Your influence can be over your family, it could be over your team, it could be over one person or a million people. Your creation is the work you create, the art you create, the projects that you see through. Creation is anything where you're putting your creative juices into something and you're going to create a product. You're going to create a meal. You're going to create a grocery list. You're going to create a chore list for your kids. We women are constantly creating things. And then connection, how well you can connect with the people in your life, the strangers you meet day to day, the other drivers on the road, the social media people that you're commenting back and forth with. That's what I mean by connection. So your energy is the currency now that determines your influence, your creation, your connection. If your energy is leaking, then you're going to be bottlenecking your own success. Here's some places where you might be leaking. Symptoms that you're ignoring, boundaries that are very poor or non-existent, a nervous system that's in constant dysregulation, a body that's in survival mode because you're only feeding it caffeine and sugar. When you let those four things open the floodgates and pour out all your energy, then your body becomes a bottleneck to your success. That's not a flaw, that's just feedback. Feedback is neutral. Leadership in midlife means working with your biology, not against it. And because your power lives in your presence is going to require you to have some energy. So if you're feeling a little frustrated right now, going, okay, this is a new way to look at this, but what the heck am I supposed to do about it? I've got some practical tips for you. Here's 3 questions you can ask yourself when you feel like your body is blocking your goals. 1, where am I losing energy fastest? Is it sleep? Is it blood sugar crashes? Is it the emotional load? Start by picking one thing and plugging that leak. You don't have to fix everything at once. Just pick one thing. And then you just repeat that. When you fix that one leak and you still feel like you're leaking energy, where else are you leaking? Now fix that thing. It's not like the other thing is going to unfix. It'll have a compounding effect. Okay. Second thing, what part of your day feels the most dysregulated? Is it early mornings when you're trying to get ready and get out the door? Is it mid-afternoon when you're starting to get that slump because you either skipped lunch or you ate the wrong thing for lunch, and so now your body is just wanting to shut down, take a nap? Is it early evening when you're trying to tie up the loose ends of the day and get dinner going for the family? Figure out what part of the day feels the most dysregulated for you. Then use that moment to insert some very important nervous system regulation, whether it's deep breathing, one of the grounding exercises, getting a snack that has some protein and fat, taking a quick 5 or 10 minute walk. Once you figure out what part of the day you struggle with your nervous system regulation, you're going to make yourself a time block on your schedule. Just make it like an appointment, guard it with the importance that it deserves. So schedule that 5, 10, 15-minute time block so that you can have your mini moment to reset your nervous system and protect that moment of self-care, because that is going to help you stay more regulated. For instance, in the management job I was talking about before, I could have tried to pinpoint, was it mid-morning or mid-afternoon when I had the most trouble? And I could have just put a meeting on my schedule so that I had time to step aside and do one of these micro moments for myself before I had a chance to unravel, right? The third thing, what would honoring your capacity look like today? Obviously, this is going to be something that will change from day to day, depending on what your biofeedback is telling you. But this is self-leadership. This is how you unmute your midlife. Now, if you want to go a little deeper, I have created a super simple energy rescue guide, because sometimes we need tools more than we need a pep talk. The energy guide is $1 whole. Why is it $1? Well, because if I make it free, then it doesn't have any value to you. If I made it what it's worth, a lot of people wouldn't be able to afford it. So I just made it $1. You download it. It comes with 2 bonus packs. It's a really, really excellent set of tools to help you stabilize your energy in midlife. And if you try it and you say, this is bogus, this doesn't help me at all, I promise I'll give you your $1 back. Now, if you want to go really deep, you need some custom coaching, you want someone to walk through midlife with you, then you should look at the Unmute Your Midlife coaching program. I've actually created something to go alongside the Unmute Your Midlife coaching program. It's a ChatGPT bot. It has all of the information that I teach in the program. So like if you needed assistance anytime, day or night, you can just pull up ChatGPT, go to the Moxie, the Midlife Mojo mentor, and you can ask her whatever you want to ask her. And she knows how to answer. It's fun. And the cool thing is once you download the link, it works forever. Anytime I update Moxie, anybody that has the link, it updates their version of it too. I'm pretty excited about it. It's a lot of fun. I've been playing with it. But that comes for free with Unmute Your Midlife. And if you're nodding your head and you're thinking, okay, I can relate to some of this, go grab that Dollar Energy Pack to start with. That'll give you a feel for what my coaching tools look like, what they feel like. Like I said, the pack has the top 10 energy leaks and how to fix them. Plus, it's got a bonus pack of 10-minute workouts that can help you reset your nervous system. No gym, no equipment necessary. And then there's It's Not Just Stress pack, which has like mindset resets for you. Just think of the pack as like a wellness spark plug. I'll leave the link in the show notes, or you can go to unmuteyourmidlife.com/energy. And if you want to know more about the coaching program, there's a link in the show notes. You can schedule a free call. We can have a chat and build you a capacity strategy together. But please hear me when I say, you don't have to push through this alone. And you don't have to have it all together all the time. Midlife is a perfect time for a pivot. Okay, my friend, that is today's midlife truth. I thank you so much for listening. Remember, you are not foggy, forgotten, or finished. You're just getting lit up for your next season. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes, and leave a review because I love feedback. Not just biofeedback, I love your feedback too. Either way, I will see you next week.